are listening to the Omar the Barbarian podcast, where we talk about what is best in life. Today, the topic is epic swords. Got the top men, Devon Sanders and Chris Scott, back in the building to help me determine the top 12 swords of all time. Woo! I can't wait to get into this one. We've been planning this one for a minute. Now, I said when we were recording this episode that I would explain the rules post in editing, but man, I done forgot. I'm old. But y'all will figure it out. Let's just get into it. Are you ready? Because it's about to get started. And this is a wild one, y'all. This one, we have fun on this one. Epic swords. All right. Which one of y'all wants to kick us off?
Go for it, Devon.
You go, Chris.
God damn it.
I know you got a lot more. I know you got a lot more to say.
Well, I you, Mortimer. No, I insist. All right, so I'm gonna start with my number 4 pick. Okay, so in my quiet moments when I'm thinking about just sort of everything, there's one reoccurring thought that just is in the back of my head, and it's 2 lion fists clinging together.
Oh Lord, I knew this was coming.
And making a big ass fuck you sword. Like Blazing Sword is number 4 on my list. Fuck, Voltron was so important to like 4-year-old Chris in 19. It was like just the image of just like 5 lions come together, big ass robot. Oh, this monster is giving us the business. We need to give him that work. Clink, sword. What? Amazing. That's what I got. I got no real. Blazing Sword is the shit. You can't tell me nothing.
I like it.
Nah,
I like
I'm with you. I'm with
And
you.
that's your 4th one.
That's my 4th.
Yeah.
Okay.
When that sword came out, you knew some head lobbing was about to
Right?
happen.
It's done. We at the 5-minute mark on the episode. Roll credits.
All right. So my number 4, this is Devon. I think it might actually shock you two. It's not a well-known sword, but it is a favorite of mine. It is Katana. Katana Soul Taker sword. Katana of Batman and the Outsider. The Soul Taker housed the soul of her dead husband, and that soul wanted vengeance. So she had to use that sword in order to avenge his death, and eventually wound up becoming a member of the Outsiders. But this sword was everything to me when I was reading Batman and the Outsiders. So it's just a damn cool sword. So there it is. Katana Soul Taker.
That's strong. Y'all coming out with serious heat. I'm feeling like I don't know if I should. You know how like when you sitting there like, should I have spent more time on my list?
Omar, this is your show. How do you
I know, man. Because I thought that I was like, oh, my list is tight. I'm good. And then y'all coming with stuff that like I did not. I'm like, I didn't even think of that one. How did I not think of that one? So all right. My number 4, man, is Conan's father's sword.
I knew
there
that
you
was
go.
coming.
Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
You knew it was coming. When you start out that Conan the Barbarian movie, his father is explaining to young Conan that don't trust in anything but steel. And that
Riddler
scene, yeah, the Riddler, he's like, don't trust anything, trust in this. And I was just
Shout
like,
out to Basil
yes.
Palladinus.
Yeah, I mean, it's just as I think why that scene resonates hits so hard with me is because I grew up, with single mom, and any sort of father and son images, particularly when, as young as I was. Interestingly enough, I saw Conan in the theater with my biological dad. And so I think that there was some sort of connect there of, I want this same flow and relationship, and I wish I had more of this, with him. And he was pretty much back in those days, it was, weekends, birthdays, and that sort of thing. So seeing a scene where you got a kid and he's with his dad, and his dad is like, you're gonna have, and just that whole motivation that Conan had of, you killed my mother, you took my father's sword. Interestingly enough, that sword breaks, but it breaks in the hand of the dude who had taken it when Conan found the sword of Crom. In that, when he fell into that pit running from the dogs and found a sword. But what I love about his father's sword was that he made sure that was the broken piece of that sword was what killed Thulsa Doom. And so the sword itself has an arc, as well. It was like it was crafted to kill the dude who took it. And so I think for personal reasons, it resonates with me. I don't know that it's on a epic level that it matches what you all have with Voltron, and with Katana's, sword. Because I mean, good Lord, man, the soul of her dead, that's fire.
Wild.
Yeah. But this one had personal connect for me. So for me, number 4, Conan's father's sword.
Nice.
That's a good one. So
Right,
what
Chris.
are we doing? 3?
Oh,
Actually,
yeah, it's my.
yeah.
Sorry. All right. So my number 3 is the plasma sword from Halo. Because in addition to just being like a status symbol in the narrative of those first 3 games, I ain't talking about 4 and 5 because that didn't happen. But like Halo 1 through 3, like you see the plasma sword, and like when the elites show up, like the elites are like the sort of like I don't want to say the highest level of the alien menace that you fight in Halo, but like they are up there. Like they are a special service. Like it's special forces. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, it is 11:30 on a Saturday. Nope, ain't all there. But yeah, when you see it, you're like, oh, these motherfuckers mean business. And then, like swish, stab, it's like one hit, one kill, keep going. And then in the multiplayer, removed from the narrative itself, when you see a plasma sword in game while you're playing, you immediately fear for your life. It is the most terrifying thing. You think, rocket launcher, shotgun, machine gun. No, sir. Plasma sword from half a screen away. Oh no, that's hot death coming for your ass. That it's bad times. So yeah, plasma sword.
I like it. Okay, number 3 is strong. Devon, what you got?
You know what? I'm going to call an audible.
Okay.
I'm going to replace something. Because the more I think about it, the more hyped I get about it. So my number 3 is any damn sword in Zoro's hand. Because he didn't name those suckers. But he put his name on many a chest. Which was just as good.
I didn't think of that.
Horrible Disfigurement was never so damn cool as when Zoro was doing it. Like when he got those swords in his hand, And he put that grin on his face, and he was like, "Oh, I got you now. I got you now." And then he put that Z, just carved that Z in somebody's chest, and he's still grinning. You popped. You popped like Stone Cold Steve Austin was shattering the glass or something, man. So yeah, any damn sword in Zoro's hand is one of the greatest swords of all time.
Okay, so that's first of all, that's fire. And I've already now that I've heard that, I'm thinking, okay, that's going to be the clip already. And Devon, you always good for whatever the clip is that we break out later to advertise the show. Like, this is why you should listen to this show. It's usually a gem from Devon somewhere, early, mid, late, in the show. That's an interesting take though, because I'm wondering how much weight, and we can get into this when we start ranking and breaking it down. Because I was thinking about this when I was thinking about the format and saying, all right, what would be some of the criteria for ranking these swords once we kind of get our lists all out there, and how much of that is the story of the sword versus the uniqueness of a sword versus the person wielding it. Because does a sword, is it as epic if the person holding it is whack? And so I think that can affect the ranking as well. Like, and to your point, Zoro could probably hold a spork, and that would be epic. So in this case, we're talking
sure that
wielder. You think? He could stab somebody with a fork or something?
No, but Anthony Hopkins, when he was training Antonio Banderas, absolutely had a spoon.
Yes, he did.
You are trash.
That's fair. That's fair. That's a fact. Any sword in Zoro's hand. That's strong.
Thank you.
All right, for me, number 3 is the Hanzo sword from Kill Bill Volume 1.
God damn it.
Did I take it from you?
That's my number 2. But we can talk about it. Go on.
Okay.
Go on.
So for me, the Hanzo sword from Kill Bill, I mean, first of all, it was the last of its kind. Hattori Hanzo, he was not making swords anymore. And, Uma Thurman comes to him, says, nah, bro, I need this. And he's like, no, I'm not doing that. And she's like, well, I need to kill Bill. And the fact that my man wrote his name in the window, the foggy window, goes in. I mean, this is like a several week process of him going in and they meditating and doing their whole thing. And then when she gets it, I don't know if it was the Bruce Lee, biker suit, that makes me so happy about it. The fact that she killed like 88 people with it, including, it's just the all the minions that she took down. She cut the woman's arm clean off and killed Lucy Liu with it and all of that. It's just, I think that movie just, I didn't know what to expect. And the arc of that is what really did it for me. Killing the Crazy 88, killing Oren Ishii. It was the last sword that Hattori Hanzo made. And interestingly enough, his sword making becomes a theme in part 2. And when she has the fight with I forget her name now. And thank you.
I was watching it.
Loses it and has to get and lucks up, and there's another one there that she has to use.
Because you don't pawn a
Hanzo sword, right? And interestingly enough, does not use it to kill Bill. Uses the 5-finger technique. So it's just interesting, man. That, for Volume 1 and for everything she went through to get it. Also, interestingly enough, nobody stopped her from bringing that sword on a plane. That was the first thing I noticed. It's sitting next to her on the plane. And I'm like, how did you get that past the TSA?
Fair. If you can get organic vegetables and a vacation.
That's a fair point. Yeah, why not a sword on a plane, right?
Why not a sword?
all you did was try and take over the government.
That's all.
Biggie. You're good.
Man. Yeah, you good.
Hold out your hand. You good.
Yeah,
Don't do it again.
Have some organic vegetables. There you go.
Right?
Enjoy yourself. Yeah.
Mhm.
You comfortable? Yeah. So,
Because he's a shaman.
yeah.
He's a shame. Okay, I don't want to.
Okay, people don't know what the hell we're talking about.
We're not gonna
Right,
do
right.
that. We're not.
Right,
No.
Yeah.
Fuck those people though,
That's real.
motherfuckers. Step out of kayfabe for a moment. Please don't try to overthrow the government, children. Please don't do that. That's a bad thing. Don't do it.
This Black
Back in
History
kayfabe.
moment has been brought to you by, right? Is it- Oh man.
So going back to Omar's choice,
please,
about
please,
the
yes.
Hanzo sword. The way I see it, the greater significance to the sword is when you remove it from the narrative. Because if you look at Kill Bill as QT's like love letter to all of samurai fiction and all that kind of stuff, right? That sword carries with it the combined legacy of all those movies that shaped his appreciation for cinema.
Wow.
So, like, at that point, that sword almost has Toon Force. Like, it is so powerful.
Mm.
And she's like cutting dudes in half,
Yeah.
vivisecting them. Man, like, I prefer part 2, like, as a movie to the first one. But, like, that whole, like, 19-minute stretch of her in the club with the Crazy 88 is probably the most brilliant part of both of those movies. Like, that is
Agreed.
the moment of brilliance in that. And I'm pretty sure if I had to guess, he built that scene first and then was like, this could be good. Let's build a whole thing around it. But he just wanted that. He just wanted white girl in a Bruce Lee suit fighting a bunch of ninjas. Let's go. I can't fault him for it.
No.
You can't be mad at him.
I can't be mad at him, man. That and it holds up. You put, like you said, you were watching it, and what's so brilliant, man, and not to turn this into a Kill Bill thing, but you mentioned the second volume. What the brilliance of that is, to your point, as a movie, the story, like, they're so different, and yet they're one story. And the brilliance of part 2 takes nothing away from, like, you can enjoy them. I've always kind of looked at them as one flick.
Absolutely.
But to your point, that's the scene. But anyway, all right. So that's your second one.
Well, no, I mean, no.
You're gonna swap it out.
Third one.
That's
I
my
can
third one.
absolutely swap it out. I got it.
Okay. Okay. Well, shoot, man. Let's kick it back to you.
All right. My number 2 would have to be. Oh man, you put me on a spot here. Devon, could you take this one?
Yeah,
while I sort out my list.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to call another audible. I had some stuff on here that I thought was like, oh yeah, it was fire. And now I'm like, no, this is dry as fuck. And so I'm going to call this audible. The Mandalorian Darksaber.
Boy, yes.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because Omar has known me for over 30 years, and he knows I'm not really a Star Wars fan.
True.
But I am invested in the Mandalorian like you do not believe. Like, I got feelings now that Baby Yoda, Grogu, is not with the Mandalorian anymore. I got big feelings.
Hey man, spoilers.
Come on, bro. It's been like 2 months. Anywho, we're not talking about WandaVision episode 5 right now. We're talking about something that happened 2 months ago. Let's not even get into that.
I haven't watched it yet, so yeah, I need to watch that. Yeah.
Let's not get into it.
Okay.
But back to the Darksaber, because I got feelings on WandaVision. Let's not.
Okay, that'd be another.
So back to the Darksaber. The fact that the way the show ends, season 2 ends on like, well, I got this thing. Oh, but I can't remember her name, but
Bo-Katan.
Katie Sackhoff,
Yeah.
Bo-Katan, is like, I see you, and it's like, oh shoot, like this is going to be big. The fact that like we just by literally handing, I mean not handing, but by the Mandalorian getting the sword,
Mhm.
now he's essentially become a marked man.
And the ruler of
It's like,
Mandalore.
and the ruler of Mandalore, and this is nothing he wanted.
Mm-mm.
Like this is like some epic Thor, like getting the throne of Asgard type shit, where it's just like, no, I'd much rather be throwing my hammer and fighting trolls. And now suddenly he's got an even bigger target on his back. So I'm like, yo, whoever has the dark saber is basically not only the man, but also the marked man. So to me, that is super interesting. Like the weight that you have to take on when you pick up the dark saber. So
That's a brilliant,
just
brilliant assessment, man. I hadn't even thought about the man and the marked man. But go ahead. I'm sorry, man. I cut you off.
no, you good. But
J-
as someone who's never had a horrible investment in Star Wars, I almost called it Star Trek. That shows you, Star Wars. The fact that like this whole sort of like mythology is opened up to me without necessarily having to go back to the previous 9 parts and all the other things and that were going on with it just says so much to me about where Star Wars could be heading. So yeah, that's my second pick, the Mandalorian Dark Saber.
It's a dope pick. It's interesting, man, that you would the timing of you coming into being invested in the Star Wars. I feel like it's the right time. It's the perfect time. You know, like, yeah, I'm like, oh, thank God he didn't do it in 2015. You know, because it would have been like
Yeah.
seeing The Godfather Part 3 as the first of those movies, which I did, which is why I never, you know, it was ruined for me. So
Yeah.
you coming in with Favreau and Filoni, and coming in on The Mandalorian and everything they're going to do on Disney Plus is fantastic. You know,
I mean,
and
the 77 Star Wars shows.
exactly, yeah, all 77. You know, yes. Excuse me while I count all this
came in
Disney
on the Star
money.
Wars
Right.
holiday special.
You know, I'm gonna tell you, man, if there's a dude on YouTube, I gotta find him. I'll send it to you. He does videos every day about Star Wars. Like the best one I've seen out there. It's if you are interested in going deeper, this dude does videos on stuff, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Oh shoot, and I love the stuff. You know, it's
Here's the
but
backstory
he's
behind Cobb Vance's left boot.
yeah, it's a like he's got, you know, he's deep undercover, as Eddie Murphy would say. You know, so he so I'll send you that. But if you're interested in diving deeper, but that's a dope pick.
Right.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, cool.
Mandalorian Darksaber. All right, Chris.
Are you good, Chris?
All right, yeah. So my number 2 is All Black the Necrosaur.
Okay, for somebody who has no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Tell it to
So
me.
a few years back, Jason Aaron, a comic book writer, gets his hands on Thor: God of Thunder, and produces what I feel, in my humble opinion, is the best 12 issues of Thor that have ever been. In it, there's a whole murder mystery with the different pantheons of gods all over the universe, and Thor basically has to, team up with a younger time displaced version of himself and an older time displaced version of himself to figure out the cause and solution to this mystery. And it leads them to a individual named Gore, who, if you're not familiar with him, You will be within the next year and a half because Christian Bale is playing him in the movies. Gonna be good. And he gets his hands, Gore, who feels that he has been wronged by the gods, who were not there to save his family when he prayed. Nobody answered his prayers. So he gets his hands on All Black the Necro Sword, which is a sword created by, you know what, I'm not even getting that symbiote stuff that's going on right now. We're going to leave that shit out of it because it's very confusing. But it is basically, it is a nexus point for all of the ill will and hatred and blackness in the universe. It is the evil blade, and it will kill a god dead. Just kill him. Just nope. Take it, because it's like it's part symbiote. Without diving into the Back in Black stuff, and it is so cool because it feeds on your hate. It feeds on your negative emotions, on your hate, on just all of that stuff because it is a symbiote, and the longer that you hold it, the more in its thrall you become, and just oh man, it like climactic moment in that story. Like Thor ends up the only thing that can take the sword down in the story when it shows up is Thor wielding 2 Mjolnirs.
Oh man.
And it's the most metal shit you've ever seen. Like I would spray paint it on a van. It's so dope. So dope.
Okay, so I'd never heard of this. I'd heard of the characters because of the movie that you talked about. And when you said Christian Bale, I was like, oh, so wait a minute. What, just so that I can go and read this, you said it's a 12-issue arc?
Yep, it is two trades, or I guess one hardcover if you get it like that. I'm sure it's collected in numerous versions, but it's Thor: God of Thunder from like I want to say 2014, 2013, maybe. But it's drawn by Esad Ribic, who does like all those awesome painted covers. But they got him to do like the whole run, and I would argue that his actual storytelling work is better than his painted covers. Like, dude's a good storyteller. Like, he's real good. And the reason that the freaking the symbiote thing is important is because you know what symbiotes are weak to, right?
Right. The sound. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's Thor do with the 2 Mjolnirs? Bang. Bang. Yo! And like what's so dope is like he's banging the hammers so hard that gods across time can hear it. It's so metal. It is the most metal shit ever. I implore you. Take some time out of your day.
I will absolutely do it.
But yeah. My number 2 is All Black the Necro Sword. Damn. I believe have we arrived at number 1?
At number 2 for me.
Number 2 for you, yes. All right.
And this will come to the surprise of absolutely no one. For me, number 2 is He-Man's Power Sword. And I can see Devon's face is completely shocked because I know he didn't think I would bring up He-Man at all, right? Exactly. Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I didn't think water would be wet today.
Exactly. Yeah.
You could have at least done a deep cut and been like Skeletor's Power Sword from the original books. Nah.
I could have did that. Yeah. But no, I can't. It's a, you know, I wanted to give a little fan service to myself, you know, and so here's my thing on He-Man's Power. And to your point, you know, they didn't know when they made it up, and they were literally, I think they were getting high in the back room making this stuff up because it's like, how can we sell more toys? Yeah, it was the 80s. They were sniffing cocaine and were like, you know what we should do? We should have Skeletor have one half and He-Man have one half.
Thank you for
and
saying
put them
that.
together. Yeah, if they were joined, then they become a key that opens Castle Grayskull, which has undescribed powers that no one knows
Mhm.
was really in there. You know, and you can
Makes
just
you
make
the
up some.
master of the universe. What
Yeah.
that mean? Makes you the master of the universe. Don't ask questions, kid.
Yeah, don't ask
By
questions.
choice.
Don't ask me about that. You know, you just
And
you running stuff.
let's not make Filmation do anything with Skeletor's half of the power sword.
No.
Just give him a stick with a ram's head on it.
Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, that
Which
staff
is-
is pretty boss,
Yeah.
though.
It's the Havoc staff, which tells
yeah,
you
that's right.
deep cut that's just how sad I am, and that I just have that information just ready, right? You know, in the
Sad
lobe.
about it.
Havoc staff.
Yeah.
So exactly. You know,
I tell you, like you said that the Havoc staff, and this to me is just so damning. The fact that like all black asses, you say the Havoc staff, we know more probably about Masters of the Universe lore than what's in our own damn family tree.
Yeah.
damn.
Because no, I'm
You're
just
right.
saying in the sense that like that history is recorded. So let's just keep it moving.
That you not wrong.
You ain't wrong.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah,
wrong at
know
all.
that There's some
Yeah.
raw stuff in my family tree, and I don't want to know. So,
Man, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm gonna tell you now, as somebody who spit in a little vial and sent it off to Ancestry, nothing comes back that you want to know.
don't. Yeah, I damn sure ain't doing that. Mm-mm. And that might just be the Hotep in me, but I ain't. Nope. Nope.
Oh man.
His eyes just glowed when he said that. But going back to the Havoc,
I keep saying it like that.
Havoc. That's also Cyclops' brother, Havoc.
It is.
This is my favorite member
Oh,
of
man.
X Factor. Havoc.
Anyway,
So the He-Man's power sword, with an honorable mention to Skeletor's Havoc staff, right? One, you got to be chosen to wield the thing. And I'm thinking, all right, so we talked about how with the toy line, with the comic books, before they gave anything to Filmation, it was all about how can we sell even more toys. And basically, if you get He-Man and Skeletor, you also now need Castle Grayskull, because you got to have two swords put together to open Castle Grayskull up to get powers that we ain't going to explain to you. When we come to Filmation and they start doing the 30-minute toy commercial, it's just one sword that He-Man's walking around with. And I'm extrapolating that his connection through some sort of royal bloodline, because, and I'm pulling that from the fact that there was an identical sword with a pearl in it for She-Ra, and she was the princess. And so they just happen to have these swords for the twins, the two of them, and so forth. And I'd have to go back and look at She-Ra's origin to see what the whole connect was there. But and why King Randor never knew about the power sword, if it is in fact a royal bloodline kind of thing, why he didn't wield it first and so forth. But at any rate, Adam is chosen at 20 to wield this thing.
with the pink pants.
Exactly, yeah. When you the actually lavender pants, light lavender with the pink top. Yeah.
That's what I'm going to call him from now on.
With the lavender Lululemon
pants.
Yeah, with the lavender pants, the purplish boots with the white, frilliness, at the top, with the white undershirt and the pinkish, the salmonish colored,
There was nothing
overshirt.
salmon about that. No, it was pink.
Yeah,
Shut
it was
up.
pink.
He
Fair.
owned it. You can own it.
That's fair.
Pink.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, Prince Adam.
You can tell Prince Adam shit about fashion. It's the drip, Tila. Respect it.
The drip god.
Drip or drown,
It
Manny
was.
faces.
It was. That's facts. Yeah.
What they really
Adam
call
was indeed.
Prince Adam.
He's a fashion icon. He was.
Yo,
Yeah.
I No, Devon, we gotta draw that. I gotta draw
I
that.
know.
Yeah, drip god. I respect
Drip
that.
guy.
So the sword, you can carry it around on your back and nobody can see it. It just kind of vanishes.
Yep.
You lift it up, you say a couple things, say a sentence, you become the strongest person alive. What I liked about it too was the fact that you could share your power. If I wanted to, and I'm walking around with the power sword and I say the phrase and I decide that I want Chris to also have strength, I can just point it at him. And now we are the strongest people, on Eternia. It's and I always wondered, like, what if he didn't point the beam at Battlecat? What if he chose something else to point it at? What does that turn into? Again, these are just thoughts that I have.
That's kind of
Also,
like Shazam, basically.
in a sense, yeah. I didn't even think of that. But I also like the fact that the beam could actually turn corners. There were times when Cringer was like, nah, bruh, I don't want to be Battlecat. And he would run through the palace and go hide in the closet. And He-Man would turn the sword and the beam would follow Cringer and say, nah, we got work to do. It followed him around corners. Yeah, exactly. So, it was smart enough to find who he was aiming at. The
privilege beam.
Exactly. It's fair. Yeah. I thought that it was interesting the fact that it kind of had that old school Thor piece to it where, how Thor would revert in 10 minutes or whatever if he was separated from Mjolnir for too long. If He-Man did not complete the phrase while he was lifting the sword, he didn't transform. Like, he had to have it in his hand and complete the sentence in order to become He-Man. I just thought it was interesting.
That's so whack. So, like, you could have just throat chopped that motherfucker.
Yes. Throat chopped him. Yep. And it wouldn't complete. Yeah.
Oh my God. Again, Shazam.
Shazam would rinse him.
No, I'm saying, like, if he doesn't get the M out on Shazam, if he just says Shazam,
oh yeah,
it ain't happening. So, that's a good pick.
I didn't. So even though it's really more personal for me than it is the epicness of the sword itself. What really kind of made it number 2 on my list was there's an episode. And this is in my opinion, one of the greatest episodes. It should have been, frankly, the final episode of He-Man. They should have ended the series on this one. And if you all, I'm pretty sure you've seen it, but if you haven't, do yourself a favor and go back and watch The Problem with Power. If you remember that particular episode of He-Man.
I know which one that is.
Yeah. He-Man is deceived into thinking that he's murdered someone and gives up the power. It's the only time that you see him go from He-Man to Adam. And he goes to to the edge of Castle Grayskull where they got that bottomless abyss. He transforms from He-Man to Adam and throws the sword into the abyss because he's like, it's too much power for me to have. And you realize in that moment, this is a 20-year-old kid walking around with the greatest weapon on Eternia. And that whole arc of him dealing with the fact that he thought he killed someone and said, nah, I can't roll like this. Stuck with me. As a kid, it was like the first time I'd ever seen, a hero say life meant more than power. So that connect is probably what solidifies it for me at number 2.
Nice. For reference sake, who did he think he killed?
Some dude, I have to go back and look up his name, but basically Skeletor found this race of people that you couldn't, they're no heartbeat. Like they didn't have hearts or something. And basically He-Man, he sends the dude to attack He-Man. He-Man punch, that animation where he punches a pillar and it falls or whatever. He punches, he's fighting the dude, punches the pillar falls on the dude, and Man-at-Arms is there and Teela's there, and it collapses on the dude, and He-Man's like, "Oh my gosh, what have I done?" And listens for a heartbeat, which of course these dudes don't have hearts, which Skeletor knew. He was like, "Haha, we'll do this." And He-Man will be so fraught with guilt that Skeletor, of course, not knowing that Adam is He-Man and that, the whole situation there, this thinks He-Man will go into hiding. We won't see him again. He'll be so guilt-ridden that he'll give up being He-Man, which worked. And Man-at-Arms is trying to talk him out of it. Like, dude, man, you didn't know what you were doing. Come on, bruh. And he's like, he's walking away, and Orko's trying to talk him out of it. Like, no, man, it's like, look, you didn't mean to do that. You can't do
a couple people with my magic couple times. No biggie.
Yeah, He-Man's like, nah, man, I can't do it. And of course, no sooner than he gives up the power, he realizes he was duped, and he has to go back and try and get the sword, and almost dies trying to do it. So it's a powerful episode. The problem with power.
Damn,
that's a good one. It's a very good choice.
Yeah.
All right. So since we kind of went out of order, do we want to go back? Chris, do you want to go with your number one? Devon, do you want to go with your number one? How do y'all want to do it?
Or do we want to do our honorable mention?
Honorable mention. Okay, I like it.
Honorable mentions. Okay. Yeah, I can start honorable mentions.
Okay. Go for it.
Some of my favorite honorable mentions are the Black Knight's Ebony Blade.
Yeah.
That is a great sword. Like, the thing has been around since the days of King Arthur. And Black Knight, the current Black Knight, Dane Whitman, who's also going to be in the upcoming, whenever it comes out after Outside opens back up, Eternals movie.
Kit Harington, I believe.
Kit Harington from
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Nothing in Black Knight.
Is going to be playing the. Is going to be playing. Is going to be playing the Black Knight in the Eternals movie. So yeah, that's a favorite of mine. Like, I've just always been a Black Knight fan, especially like the Ebony Blade, and I'm looking forward to that one. So that's one of my honorable mentions. And also another honorable mention I've got is, and I think Omar will like this one, is Black Star Star Sword. Which, if you go back and you look at things, came out 2 years before He-Man. And the idea was this thing was done by Filmation, which also did He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And the idea behind Black Star was a soul superhuman guy with incredible strength who had a sort of demonic antagonist. And there was a power sword that was in two parts, where the good guy, Black Star, had one part of it, and his antagonist had the other part. And then guess what? 2 years later, while He-Man is being conceived on a larger scale with the help of Filmation, suddenly you got the all-powerful guy, sort of demonic, sinister antagonist, and a sword that is basically two parts and belongs to one side good, one side bad. And but also just in general, the sword is like an amazing visual, because on its own, it just looks like half of a star, and that looks incredible. But when you put it together, it looks like a whole star. And either way, it just looks really good. So yeah, that's another one. And just to, let's see, my final honorable mention is King Arthur's Excalibur. Just for the simple fact that I think it is the king of all swords. As far as I can tell, it's pretty much like the most famous sword of all literature, and you can't. That thing has touched all forms of media, from Disney's Sword in the Stone. At one point in time, even Aquaman was like tied up into the Arthurian legend, and recently, one of my new favorite comic books is Once and Future by Boom Studios, which is a modern day take on the Arthurian legend. And another really good one is Captain Marvel MI13, Marvel comic that was, in my opinion, a little ahead of its time. It had a member
Captain
on
Britain.
there, Captain Britain. Yes, my bad, Captain Britain in MI13. And they had a member on there called Excalibur, and she was a young British Muslim woman who was a doctor, a medical doctor. And the big thing about Britain at the time, at that time, was like, who is British? And so this young British Muslim woman, while Captain Britain and MI13 are involved in like this big, huge fight within Britain for the actual sword Excalibur, basically gets moved to try and just pick up a weapon. She sees the sword, not knowing what it is, and she picks it up and pulls it out of the stone. And everybody's like, "Oh my God, she's worthy. She is Excalibur." And that is, to me, like it was one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in a comic book. Because before, the default was always, okay, which white male is going to be worthy of Excalibur? And then suddenly you have this, again, British Muslim woman who is worthy of all the things that Excalibur brings with it. So that's a favorite sword of mine.
Strong.
Nice.
That's a strong honorable mention list. Yeah. That could, like, I'm looking at that like that would be a strong 3 outside of honorable mention. Okay, Chris, what you got?
Before we dive into that, I'd like to just give a shout out to my favorite version of the Arthurian legend. Is King Arthur and the Knights of Justice, because football team getting sent back in the past. had the hypest theme song. Arthur and the is the best. It's the best. Okay, so my honorable mentions list. The first one is Magic Soul Sword from X-Men.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yes. I didn't think about that one.
That sword can cut holes in dimensions and send the victim to like basically it's like infinite death loops if she wants to. Like she can damn you with a sword, man. It's awesome. Magic is so dope. And like if they wrote her the right way, Magic would just be she would just be the world beater. Like, just, man, it's awesome. Second honorable mention is it's from Final Fantasy X. It is Tidus's sword. It's called Brotherhood. For no other reason than its sheer visual. It looks like a crystal blade that's like filled with water that's always flowing around, to symbolize the brotherhood, like not necessarily by blood, but like found family. And it's real cool. It's a real cool sword. And then I guess my third honorable mention would probably be, let me give a shout out to Power Rangers. The Power Rangers SPD / Deca Ranger, if you are into the Super Sentai lingo. There's their boss, the head of the Power Rangers police force, for lack of a better term, is Deca Master, or Shadow Ranger over here in the States. He is a dog head alien dude named Doggy Kruger, or Anubis Kruger. And when he morphs into his suit, which is the most pimpest Ranger suit, because it's got just a big ass 100 on it, because like drip God, right? We was there, boom. You can't tell him shit. He announces himself as Hell's guard dog, which is already like, okay, that's terrifying. Being that he's like a space policeman, I don't want any policeman chasing after me, let alone one that claims to be from hell. And he pulls out this sword that's like rusty as all hell, and he does like the Voltron move where he like slides his hand across the blade, and now it's just pristine and ready to kill your ass because you stole a Kit Kat or something. So that's my third honorable mention is D Sword Vega from Deca Ranger. Boom.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Dig it.
Yeah,
I dig it.
I'm feeling it.
Or the sword from Samurai Cop. There you go.
Fantastic. All right, so for me, the honorable mention number one is Darth Maul's double-bladed lightsaber.
Boy,
what? You know
Yeah.
what? I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, that one, man. I just remember sitting in, not knowing that Star Wars was coming back, sitting in, I can't remember what movie it was, but saw the trailer. And the first time you see Darth Maul and one side of that bad boy lights up and you're like, oh, and then the second one is, I lost my mind.
Yep.
I was like, I didn't know they could come like that. Just remembering sitting there in 1998, 99 or whatever it was, seeing that for the first time and losing my mind. I said, for that moment, it was the greatest thing I had ever seen. And so, and Darth Maul, up until they killed him, the way they killed him, it lived up to it. Like the dude killed Qui-Gon.
He also looked like Space Satan.
Yes. Yes, he did. And I've got my own thoughts around like what I would have preferred to see happen with Obi-Wan is that if you're going to kill the dude, let Obi-Wan touch the dark side for a hot second, and let him do that, because then it's like, he's got an arc where he can regret it, not just, I flip over you and I trick you and I kill you and I cut you in half.
Well, Omar, if you want, we have since retconned that because Dave Filoni is a gift to all mankind.
Truth. What did he say? How did he reckon?
Darth Maul got a much better send off because he came back with like robot chicken legs,
right?
And he had hands on the Darksaber too, and Bo-Katan had to see Darth Maul like go sick house on somebody that she cared for, and that's why she ran, because you ain't gonna try and fuck with Darth Maul. You not gonna do it. So run, Bo-Katan, run. She did.
These are fair points. Yeah, he because to your point, Dave Filoni is that dude. Yeah. So just that sword.
Dave Filoni is.
Oh, Dave Filoni is the guy who produces and or directs and writes Star Wars: The Clone Wars, Star Wars Rebels. Is currently in charge of The Mandalorian with Jon Favreau, and I'm sure is going to have his hands on a number of the other Star Wars series, not the least of which is Ahsoka, because that character in particular is his baby, and that's why he directed the Ahsoka episode in Mandalorian. That's why it was one of the best episodes of The Mandalorian.
Yes.
He is the righter of wrongs. He is the reason that people give a shit about Boba Fett for more than just the way he looks now.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's that dude.
He's a good man.
So Darth Maul's double-bladed. Second honorable mention I would say would be Mace Windu's purple lightsaber. For no other reason other than the fact that it's purple. And Sam Jackson was like, you know what? I'm going to just mess up your whole flow. I know you only have 3 colors, George Lucas, but can a brother get purple? And George Lucas was basically like, yeah, we can do that.
Sure, Sure, Sam.
Yeah, we can do whatever you want to do. Yeah, we can give you purple. That's literally how it went down. But I love the fact that they figured out a way to write an entire lore behind the fact that Sam Jackson was too old to be a Jedi and how he needed a purple lightsaber. And the lore behind that is they created an entire style of lightsaber fighting for Sam that I believe is, oh man, I'm forgetting the name of it, but it's a style that touches the dark side to such a way. I think it's called like Shatterpoint, and he can see all the stuff. It works better against Sith than it does against anybody else. They literally came up with this. The purple is sort of this touch between red and blue, which shows that Sam can just touch the dark side a little bit, and this is why he was able to beat Jango Fett the way, so easily, the way that he did, because he's second to Yoda, and they wrote all this stuff because Sam Jackson was like, well, listen, I'm a little old for, be moving around a whole lot, and I want purple. And because of that, we have an entire style of Jedi fighting, and now you can bleed saber crystals and all this. They wrote all this lore behind Sam Jackson just wanting a purple lightsaber. So honorable mention to Mace Windu and the Prince-inspired purple lightsaber.
That is so much effort to just write the fact that he cut between his helmet and his chest because his neck ain't made out of Beskar. That's why Jango lost his head.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Boba.
Yeah, sorry, Boba. Yeah, squat down and pick the head up. And look sad.
Man, I was thinking that head was gonna roll right out that helmet, son. That would have been wild. Like, oh no. And that awful movie would have been amazing. That would have been 8 out of 10. If Jango's dead head would have fell out the helmet when Boba picked it up.
Yeah, what was that? Was it PG? That would have been R.
That would have been hard R. Hard. Yeah. Hardest of R's. Hardest. Yes. Although now that's like a PG 13, yes. I guess. Right? Like, we doing crazy stuff in movies nowadays. But your number 3 pick, sir.
Number 3 honorable mention is Cloud Strife's Buster Sword.
Mother. No, we'll cut you off. We're going to turn this into my number 1 because that's my number 1. I ain't letting it go.
Please, sir, may I hand the microphone to you then? Yes.
Damn it,
you would do it much.
Please say your piece.
That is, you know what? I'm going to get to respectfully give you the mic and spare my own life by doing so. So please, sir, let us pretend I never said any of that, and let's just hand you the mic, for this, and let me pull the dagger out that I did not mean to stab you with.
How dare you take my pick from my list that you had no prior knowledge of that I made 20 minutes before we started this podcast? How dare you?
Oh. I did not think you would have Cloud Strife's sword in your list.
Oh,
but you know what? You're right.
Look at me.
I know you're right. You're right. That's my bad. That's my bad. You're right.
I led with Voltron.
You did, and that's on me. That's my failure. Please, sir.
You know what? We can both share this number 1, and I'll tell you how. Right? My number 1 is a tie between the Buster Sword and the Master Sword, and we will discuss both. So, the Buster Sword is probably one of the most iconic images in all of video games, because that took that franchise, which was at the time a niche franchise in the Americas. Like, people played Final Fantasy, but it had a really up and down localization history. It was like 6 was advertised as 3 or whatever, and a whole bunch of stuff. It didn't really get any traction over here. Final Fantasy was not big business over here like it is today. And the reason that it is big business here today is because of that image of Cloud Strife looking up at Shinra Tower with that big ass hunk of metal on his back. That sword, I'm pretty sure that sword changed video game history just by existing. Like, and that's not even getting into the history of the sword itself in the games. Like, that sword is the key to Cloud's past because it was wielded by his mentor, who he thought he may or may not have had the memories of. And Final Fantasy VII story is wild trash at points and amazing at others.
Yes. These are all facts.
It was like, what? Why you? And Aerith was only around because you reminded her of her dead boyfriend. And what? What, Japan? Why?
Why?
But yeah, the Buster Sword is so dope and pretty much set the tone for anime swordsmen going forward. I think we've only just gotten out of that trend of spiky hair man, big ass sword. like in the past 5 years, we've gotten away from that, and it's gone back to spiky hair man samurai sword. But no, for a long time, it's like, nope, give him that big ass great sword. You know, that's a 5-year-old boy. Don't give a shit. Big ass great sword.
Yeah, he can lift that. He good.
He sold 7 million copies. Give him the big ass sword.
It's a fact.
And then my other pick for number one. Also, what were you going to add to the Buster Sword conversation, Omar?
No, there's nothing that I can say that you did not cover. Because again, for me, it was dope, but it was like, oh man, this is an honorable mention. You clearly had the energy, the proper energy, because it is your number one, and I will not detract from your number one by adding what I was going to throw in as it was dope. I like video games. I saw it, man. It was dope, and it was my intro to Final Fantasy. It's fire.
Yeah, that Buster Sword, that shit was fire.
That thing was fire. That was pretty much that was that was going to be my contribution to let's just go to Master Sword.
The Master Sword from the Master Sword from Legend of Zelda is, I feel, comparable in many ways to Excalibur. It is the Excalibur of that world, of that series. And the name Link is he's basically reincarnated throughout time, throughout the different branching timelines of the Legend of Zelda series. And every time, in every incarnation, there's always the Master Sword. That is the source of ultimate good to combat whatever ultimate evil is in that world at that time. And that sword, it can shoot laser bolts. It does everything that say the Sword of Omens does, but better. It's I'm probably gonna get some comments about that, and I don't care, because Thundercats is awesome. Thundercats is kind of trash, but it's awesome, but it's kind of trash, y'all. Let it go.
What the hell?
Oh no! I've offended Devon Sanders, ladies and gentlemen. I have offended the Shaolin Temple. Devon, one of them dudes who gonna buy that 6-inch scale Thunder Tank for $600.
No, I am not.
An actual car payment for a toy vehicle. But yeah, no. Actually, I think I'm in the same boat as you are with the Buster Sword, with the Master Sword. It's just dope. It's awesome, and it looked real pretty. And I'm just mad that you took my number one. So move on to Devon.
So we're doing number ones now, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, we are doing number ones. All I got to say is thunder, 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 Thundercats. Chris is a hoe.
I mean, insult aside, that ain't wrong.
Bruh, no joke. Just the Sword of Omen. Thundercat, Lion-Nose, Sword of Omen. Best sword ever. That sword is beautiful, number one.
It is.
The fact that it does so much, number two. It calls 5 other Thundercats come fight with you. It has a bat signal on it, but a cat signal. It retracts so that you can put it into your little
Claw shield.
what do you call it? Claw shield.
Yep.
Yeah. You can climb mountains with it when it's like really tiny. And then you can like put the sword into the rocks and then climb with the cat hand thing. And then on top of that, you get sight beyond sight. Why wouldn't you want that damn sword? Exactly. It is just my favorite sword, man. It's like, growing up in the 80s, just hearing Lionel say thunder, thunder, Thundercats, ho, you knew the mood was about to change. I don't really know what I can say about it. It's just like, just hearing that Thundercats ho is just an adrenaline rush, man.
Absolutely.
Like, it's just an adrenaline rush. And as far as swords go from the 80s, like 80s cartoons were like the age of the sword. You know, He-Man's power sword, Black Star's star sword, Voltron's blazing sword. But when it comes to swords, you just have to put Lionel's Sword of Omens at the top of the heap, in my opinion.
It is a weaponized hootie hoo.
That's a fact.
Hootie hoo.
Interesting nugget. Interesting note on Lionel's sword. Because I was thinking about it. I think we touched on this on a previous episode, and Devon, just your comments there. I had to go back and look at it because I was like, why am I not feeling this one enough to put it into my top, my top 10? It hadn't cracked my top 10. And my issue with it had less to do with the Sword of Omens and more to do with Lionel. You and I have talked about this. My beef with Lionel has to do with the Trials of the Lord of the Thundercat, that 5-episode arc where Panther got beat up first. And that, to this day, bothers me. You gonna beat up the Black Thundercat first, right? You couldn't beat up Wily Kit and Wily Cat first. You could, my issue with the Thundercats, and I will only derail us for 2 seconds, is that the Black Thundercat was the chauffeur, the mechanic, and came running when he shined the cat light in the air. This bothers me to this day. I felt like Panther should have whooped Lionel and then said, you know what, I'm going to let you win because we need you to be Lord of Thundercats, but I'm going to teach you some things. And so it's always bothered me. But if I take Lionel out of it, and think about everything you said, not only was the Sword of Omens dope, sight beyond sight, you could shoot electricity out of the thing. You remember how he would just be like, "Ho!" Yep. And no, that's literally what he would say, and lightning would come out the thing, and you'd be like, "God dang, okay." Mumra was scared to death of the thing. It was a dagger and a sword. To your point, it and something that we may not have thought about. It is actually combined. Speaking of swords, two swords coming together, Excalibur has merged with the Sword of Omens. I don't know if you remember when the swords fought, were fighting one another in the air without, King Arthur and Lionel kind of just watching them. Excalibur defeated the Sword of Omens by stabbing it in the eye. And then the swords came together and, cool. The Sword of Omens came back. So it is actually both Excalibur and the Sword of Omens. So as swords go, you kind of go, I don't know how you could really, it's got all the Arthurian legend in with it as well. So it's dope. My issue was Lionel, not the sword. So,
understandable.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
That's why
they did forcibly age a 10-year-old.
They did. That's why
Yeah,
Cheetara
they
should
did.
have it.
Truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to say beyond that. Just my
Chris,
feelings.
anything on Devon's on? Because I know you have an affinity for the Sword of Omens as well.
I do. It's
Yeah.
outstanding. I made jokes about it with the Master Sword, but the Sword of Omens, it just purely from a trademark standpoint is better than the Master Sword. Like it is. Like if you told me if I get a replica of one of the swords, like Master Sword, Sword of Omens, get the fucking Master Sword out.
Fair. So I was torn, man, on my number one.
You better not say lightsaber.
No, I'm not. And that was why, because I was like, I felt like that was cheap.
Well, you already named two
different lightsabers, right? Exactly. And it was like, I will say you this: when we first were coming up with this, the thought I was having was Anakin's lightsaber, but I feel like they ruined it. The sequel trilogy ruined Anakin's lightsaber, and here's what pisses me off about that: the fact that you're gonna put it in Finn's hand, and I lost my mind thinking that we're gonna have Black Jedi, and then they took it away from us. Yeah, and I'm still mad. Yeah, John Boyega, if you're listening, which you're not, but if you ever come around this podcast, bro, just know that we mad for you.
Just
on
know
that. They did you dirty.
We love Moses around these parts. Damn it! Attack the block for life, bruv.
Yeah, so I had to pull that out because I'm like, nah, they did my man Finn dirty. So I ended up pivoting to a sword that is really, I think, it's kind of on that Devon Zorro level. And it is the sword from Revelation 19:15 that Jesus in the
all right,
during the second coming,
I thought
spits out of his mouth. Yeah. So think about this: you spitting blades at things. Jesus is riding a horse, spitting swords at dudes. Man, I'm telling you, y'all cracking up, but it says coming out of his mouth is a sharp sword with which to strike down nations. He will rule them with an iron scepter. He treads the winepress of the fury of the wrath of God Almighty.
I have questions.
Translation. I'm a heathen.
Not true. Not true. Not true. I was raised.
I know. I'm messing with you. I know. Go ahead. Ask the question.
Why did nobody ever talk back in my church days about Jesus having knife breath? What?
Bruh. Jesus spit is gonna come back. He gonna come back riding a horse.
I spit
with his name, not his name, but his title written on his thigh. It's gonna say King of Kings and Lord of Lords on his thigh, while he's spitting knives at demons or whatever it is that he's striking down nations with. I don't know. It was just very dope to me.
Beach tattoo? Why?
He got a beach tattoo, spitting blades out his mouth. Here's my thing. I'm gonna talk to you right now. Excuse me a second. I'm gonna talk to God. Please, when you come back, Lord, don't make this a metaphor. I need to see you really spitting blades at dudes, man. I need that. I need that moment in my life. I do. I need to see that, man. Don't deny me that. Spit blades at people. Do that for me, for your boy.
Wow.
Amen.
Wow.
You choose to do this.
Wow.
This high coonery on the Sabbath.
Wow. I got nothing to say.
How do we even rank these? What?
I know.
You can't.
Like how? Like all right,
Video
let's
games,
rank the swords now.
Bible.
No.
Okay, we can take that one out. I know that one is that was tough.
Jesus'
I was
wrath.
tough. That's fair. That's fair. It's kind of hard to rank anything above the wrath of Jesus spitting blades at dudes. That's fair.
A tiny bit. Just wow.
Okay, let's just we can put that one to the side and rank the other ones.
My man said Revelations. Oh.
Oh man.
Wait a minute. It took a sharp turn from
man.
Mandalorian
versus Jesus' wrath.
Bet listeners didn't think they was gonna get this type of service.
Nope.
Welcome him into your heart.
Oh man.
No, but you know what? On the real, that is a dope choice. But
I got nothing to say about it.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
That's all I got. That's a great choice.
That's wild. That you just you threw down a draw 4.
Oh.
The color is shut up.
Oh man. It's fantastic.
Oh,
all right, so I'm gonna put that one. I'm gonna put that one to the side.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just put that one to the side.
I'm gonna
put that in its own space, and we will look at recap the list, and then we can start to rank these. So Vaughn had the Sword of Omens, the Mandalorian Darksaber, any sword in Zoro's hand, and Katana's Soul Taker sword. And any sword in Zoro's hand is still fantastic.
It's a great
Chris
answer.
had the blazing swords from Voltron, the plasma sword from Halo, the all black Necro sword, and Cloud Stripe's Buster sword / the Master sword.
Yeah.
Me, Conan's father's sword, the Hanzo sword from Kill Bill Volume 1, He-Man's power sword, and I'm going to remove the Revelation 19 sword. I put it into its own category.
Can you after that?
We can, but
again, if we,
you know what? That's a fair point, because then if I do, I'm kind of scared for, like I said, yeah, please spit swords at dude. It might be me, like, hey, remember that time you was doing that list and you took my sword out? That might be an L. So we'll leave it there, but it should not impact the rankings, because to your point, I don't know how you would rank anything else against that. It's too powerful. It's OP.
All right. So what replaces it? Is there a replacement?
No, I can just pull it out and just say, okay, I'll have 3. Yeah.
Okay. 3.
Chris, you are on mute from the sound of things. I hear,
damn. So
you steady making points, and I'm like, I see him talking.
I know, right? I was laughing so hard that I was afraid that I'd like upset your pop filter. Like, I didn't want to be that guy. So just purely from a secular standpoint, the Revelation 19 blade, like, that's awesome. But if you feel like you need to take it out, all you got to do is move your list up, right? So your number 1 then become
He-Man sword,
the He-Man sword, right? Which is a respectable number 1. And whoever you got like on your 5 to 7 can now move up.
That's fair. Okay, then I'm going to slide the Cloud Strife up, and then we can that way it's still, it's already in the list, and now we can still, it doesn't impact what we got.
There you go.
So we'll do that, because that's your number 1. That becomes my number 4.
Boom. Democracy.
Yes. I like
Hear
it.
that, capital people? Someone will come after my ass.
Okay, so given that list of 11, what would you rank number one? Or do we start with 11? What's the...
I think we start with 11. Yeah.
Okay.
Work our way up.
And work our way up? Yeah.
What are the criteria for our rankings? Are we ranking them based on subjective appeal or like in narrative like power?
I think it's probably both, because I think I don't know that you can separate the criteria from what made you put it on your list in the first place. Like for me, a lot of mine was personal impact, that it had on me based on the time. But I think if you also look at it and say, okay, the wielder, of it, that was my issue with the Sword of Omens. But then separating Lionel from it, it was like, no, the sword's dope. And I think the power level, like, no, that sword in anybody's hand instantly means you bad, or could that detract in a way? And say to Devon's point, we're really kind of looking at Zorro as the key component of, wow, you put anything in that dude's hands and it becomes an epic sword. So I think all of that, whatever that gumbo of criteria folds in, will kind of help us look at it and determine some rankings on that.
Okay. Okay. All right.
This is tough because this is a dope list.
See, I'm not a video gamer, so I'm not the person to ask about Cloud Strife. Is that his name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that's 11. Just because I don't know anything about it. And I'm not saying that is disrespectful, but I don't necessarily... Well, to you. But
it's just a hunk of metal.
But yeah, but no, in all seriousness, it to me that would be 11, just because it has a great visual that I think that you told the story behind it, but also at the same time I'm kind of like, I don't want to see that in battle, because it's the thing. It's like video games are video games to me, so I don't necessarily have a thing for that one. So that would be 11 for me. I don't know. What do you think about number 10?
Well, wait a minute.
I don't know. Wait a minute.
I have issue.
Okay.
with Cloud's Buster Sword being a thing that you're like, I don't want to see that in battle. It's like, wait, hey.
I kind of don't.
Hey. This is wounding me. Okay, so I wish you had played Final Fantasy, because this thing is just it's dope. I mean,
it's like hitting somebody with a Buick
with materia, stones in it that can change the properties of what it can do.
I was not going to delve into that because Devon is not
summon fighting animals with the Buster Sword if given the proper materia that you have.
Devon materia are basically magic marbles that you plug into things to give them different properties of different elements.
How is that selling it to me?
Well, I wasn't telling it. I just wanted you to have the context.
Okay, no, I appreciate
Omar
that.
was talking about.
I appreciate that. It's still number 11 to me.
On that alone, I'm going to write it in, because that's hilarious. Like, that's Omar. I hear you. I don't care, man. 11, bro. Devon was already moving on too. He was like, so 10 then.
No, I mean,
tap.
I don't know what else you need me to say.
No, it's nothing else. It's a for everybody listening, Devon's birthday was yesterday, so I'll take that sunning. I'll get sunned on that, and I'll put that down as number 11. Now, are we separating the Master Sword from it, Chris? Because you had them split.
Oh yeah, no, we can. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. But then really we're back at 12. And we'll put Cloud.
We can leave the Master Sword off. We got the Sword of Omens and the Power Sword. And Excalibur, right? We have covered the idea of the magical broadsword. We good. We see each other.
This is fair.
Okay, can I call an audible here?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Like I'm thinking this trying to recap the 11 is a little too hard because I'm having a problem like trying to like restructure everything that we said and put it back into the 11. I'm thinking maybe we just need to do like a top 5.
Wait, you don't have a piece of paper in front of you?
Yeah, because I just think it's going to be a lot of strife if we try and do 11. But I mean, but if you want to do 11, we can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep doing 11.
Okay. So we put Cloud's Buster Sword at number 11.
Yep.
What are you all thinking on number 10?
The Hattori Hanzo blade.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah. Hanzo Sword. Kill Bill.
All right, so we agreed.
Yep.
That's number 10. All right.
Number 10.
What about number 9?
I think if we follow along this same logic, because the Buster Sword without any additional attachments is just a hunk of steel with a handle. The Hanzo blade, while carrying amazing like legacy and metatextual weight to it, is just a badass sword. But it is just a sword. There's no magic to it.
True.
Hanzo blade. Number 9, Zoro.
Agreed.
No.
Wait, how? He's not a sword, he's a dude.
He is the weapon.
He is the weapon.
No, I'm good with that.
Logic.
But no, but I'm good with that.
Okay.
So
Holy shit, it's Jason Bourne.
Zoro is number 9.
Number 9. Number 8. Yeah, starts to get tough.
I think the plasma sword from Halo.
I respect that.
Because it's just lasers on a handle. It's terrifying, but we got like some fucking like some killers on this.
Yeah, some stuff. Yeah. Okay. Number 7. Going with your logic, Chris, maybe that's where Conan's father's sword goes.
Yeah. Because I think Conan's sword, as far as our listing goes, is sort of like one of the last just outright real weapons.
Agreed.
Is that actually called like the Sword of Crom?
I think the Sword of Crom. Well, there was 2. There's his father's sword, and then the Sword of Crom was the one he found afterwards. And in the end battle, he's fighting the dude that's using his father's sword, and he's using the Sword of Crom, breaks his father's sword, holds up both of them at the end, and then kills Thulsa Doom.
Yes. Take that, James Earl Jones.
Exactly.
And your Rick James.
He did look like Rick James. And I can't unsee that now. He did. Yeah.
Conan.
He turns around.
Exactly. What did the 5 fingers say to the face, Conan?
Turns around and see Conan standing there with a sword ready to stab him. Give it to me, baby. Head flying through the air. That's cold-blooded.
Yeah. And that thing fell down the steps like a few times. You go back and you watch the end of that. It just went down. 6, and this is where it's going to start to get tight. Because now we got some killers.
Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and say I think this is where we start He-Man's Power Sword, maybe?
Yeah. 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 Because I'm looking at this list, and that's as
At 6.
as hard as that is for 10-year-old Omar to hear. As I look at the rest of this list, you gotta I can't see what I'd put ahead of it or take out to put that in.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All
Number
right.
We're
5.
at 5.
What were the rest of your lists?
Which one, me or Devon?
Both, because I'm blanking because my list is pretty much represented already.
Let me tell you what's remaining. We got Katana Soul Taker Sword.
Yes.
We've got the Mandalorian Darksaber remaining.
Yup.
We've got the Sword of Omens.
Okay.
We got Voltron's Blazing Swords.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We have the all black Necro Sword.
Yes.
That is.
And was Excalibur on the proper list, or
it was an honorable? It was your honorable mention.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
Okay, so if we reconfigure this, we're going to take He-Man's sword out of number 6, and I propose that we replace that with the Darksaber.
No.
What are you talking about?
No.
What?
No.
He-Man's sword is cooler than the Darksaber.
It is kind of cooler than the Darksaber, but
we got a whole mythology about to happen with the Darksaber, man.
Yeah,
just like
wait a minute.
Dude, okay, I'm gonna advocate for the Darksaber. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
This is hilarious. Coming from the dude who is the new born again Christian of the Darksaber. He out here Bible thumping on that. He just got saved. Now everybody else got to get saved, right? Yeah, it's
bruh. Okay. Go to the book of Mandalorian. Bro, there's a scene in the final episode of season 2 where the Mandalorian has the Darksaber and he finds out all that goes along with it, and he's like, "Oh, I just want to go out there and bounty hunt. You can have it." And she's like, "It is not that easy." And it's just like, oh, it's not that easy. I'm gonna have to kill you in order to get this thing. And it's like, oh my God, it's on. Dude, that's seasons and seasons and seasons of Mandalorian goodness right there. And it hasn't even happened, and I am so damn hyped for it. Now, the Power Sword is great, but you know what you're getting when that thing comes out, man. So I'm going to advocate for the Darksaber being higher.
Listen, I'm going to respect your newfound Christianity.
It's like you saying that the history ain't happening. We got 3 seasons.
Yeah, you said it's like wait a minute. Yeah, we got 3 seasons of He-Man. We got 30 plus years of history.
No, I'm talking about
the Darksaber. We got 3 whole seasons.
The Darksaber. There's entire seasons of this.
Yes, saber full of possibility.
No, you didn't Jesse Jackson this shit. It is a coalition.
The Darksaber is a terrible thing to waste, and I'm not going to let you
do it. Just okay.
That's fantastic. Just the fact that Devon's this passionate about it, and it's Star Wars. I got to mess with it. I got to respect it.
We gonna keep the Darksaber off so far. We're gonna put He-Man's Power Sword at number 6.
Number 6.
And Old Man Sanders will be appeased. And he ain't gonna kill us. So moving forward.
Devon sat up. You notice that? Like we can see him in frame right now. Yeah. He was like, "No, y'all gonna look at me."
For those playing the home game and listening to this, Mr. Sanders is off screen for
the whole show. Yeah, like you don't see him. Like we don't see him. But he sat up for this. Yeah.
when somebody talks shit about Darksaber. I want y'all to think about that. Well, before you post your stupid Star Wars Facebook statuses, talking shit about the Mandalorian, how it's like, I wish it was about Luke. And shut up. Darksaber. Put some respect on it.
It's a fact.
So number
Yeah.
5. I would, under hopeful not pain of death by Mr. Sanders, Katana's soul sword.
You know what? I'm good with that. I have no idea what this Necro Sword still is, but
I know, right?
So I can't say. So if Katana's Soul Taker has to,
well, the fact that it took two of Thor's hammers to defeat the thing,
and it didn't even defeat it; it calmed it down.
That right there, to me, on power level alone, is like, ooh, okay, that it's at least top 3 on me on that. But Katana Soul Taker sword, like, well, I'd say this, Devon, I'm looking at the remaining list: Blazing Swords, All Black Necro Sword, Sword of Omens, Darksaber, Katana Soul Sword.
all right, no, you good.
Okay.
No, I got you.
All right, so we're gonna put that at number 5.
All right,
number 5,
Husband Blade.
The Husband Blade.
All right, so Sword of Omens, Darksaber, Blazing Swords, All Black Necro Sword.
Right. I would say the Sword of Omens goes above the Darksaber.
I'm not gonna say that because I don't want.
Where are you trying to put it?
You know,
I mean, we only got 4 spots left.
But where are you trying to put the Sword of Omens?
Well, the Sword of Omens is top 3.
But we're at number 4.
We're at number 4. So I'm putting the Darksaber at number 4.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Okay. And now we can actually have the conversation.
Yes.
Merits of these.
This is tough.
Yeah.
So just to recap, the final 3 are the Necro Sword,
Sword,
Voltron's Blazing Swords, and the Sword of Omens.
Yeah.
All right, number 3. What do you think it should be?
I think All Black.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy awesome, and like the god of symbiotes is the one who created it. But if it's the Sword of Ultimate Evil, and the remaining list is 2 swords of ultimate good,
that's a fair point.
I can't, in very good conscience, put it above those.
That's
so
fair.
All Black at number 3. Feel free to play along at home. If you're just Sailor Moon's crystal sword.
I don't have a horse in the particular Necro Sword game, so I'm good with it being number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And now it's just a battle of 80s kids on the playground.
Yeah,
exactly.
This one here is
could Lion-O fuck up Voltron? I say no. Discuss.
Okay, so I don't know that the Thundercats collectively could mess with Voltron.
But I think that they could make him form a blazing sword.
True.
in the sense that, like, okay, this is what we're doing now. So we're on the playground, and we're having that ridiculous fight by the jungle gym, talking about, does Lion-O with the Sword of Omens that can call the Thundercat, does he fight the 5 robots that form Voltron, and who wins? I'm caping for Lion-O.
Really?
I'm caping for Lion-O. because here's the thing: Voltron is great, and that blazing sword is wonderful. But the things that thing can do, that the blazing sword can do, shoot electricity, give him sight beyond sight, so that he can figure out a way to defeat this thing, where he can figure out a weak point or something like that in order to get at it.
Wait a minute, is that how sight beyond sight works?
Yeah, he can do that with it.
I thought it was just to show him when he was looking for somebody.
Yeah, but like if he's like Sword of Omens, show me how to defeat this thing.
Wait a minute, when in the history of the Thundercats has he ever been able to do that?
You turn Lino into
Yeah.
Wait a minute, so you're basically taking the Sword of Omen, Sight Beyond Sight, and turning it into 70 Spider-Man spider sense, how it warned him that somebody was crossing the street in Africa or something.
No, it's Karnak from the Inhumans.
It's not even like no, it's not even like that. In the sense that like he can use the sight beyond sight to figure out who might be the weakest link in that, within the 5 robot thingies. And then you can go after that weak link. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna fuck up the Yellowfoot.
Exactly. That Yellowfoot is lacking.
That's the one with the fat dude. He like food.
Oh man! All right, so I'm gonna flip it, and I'm gonna try and see this from Devon's point of view. The Sword of Omens did take on Mumra and made Mumra look, who was the baddest villain ever. The fact that you got this, he was dope as a mummy, but without becoming Mumra. And when he was Mumra, Lino pretty much took on dude by himself. He really didn't need the other Thundercats when he fought Mumra. In fact, he would call them at times. I'd be like, did you really need them? In fact, so it's because there were times where they couldn't get to him, and he would have to take on Mumra. But I'm thinking back at the tail end of the Trials of the Lord of the Thundercats. I believe that was the first time he was able to emit electricity out of the blade. Was in that final fight with Mumra, because Mumra was the final trial of that piece, if memory serves. So on pure power levels, are we saying that Voltron is on par with Mumra or superior?
Yes. Here's the reason why. If you look at Lord Zarkon or King Zarkon, whatever, and Hagar, they made these galactic space threats in a vat of magical ooze. She's like a zombie voodoo priestess that was just like, I'm gonna make you giant pit beasts. Here you go. And they were like magic, and they would eat people's souls and stuff. And what did Voltron do? Cut them fools down every single time. The only time it didn't work was when she put like more juice in the thing, or like it was Zarkon's son, Lothor, that came out in his own robot beast thing, whatever. But what we're dealing with are magical villains, just like how Mumra is a magical villain. And Mumra ain't never conjure up no shit that look like a roe beast. Not ever. Lionel and the Thundercats could have got in the cat's lair itself and weaponized it, because I remember the play set. It had like defenses, and I'm pretty sure it could have moved. We're gonna assume it moved based on whoever was writing it. He could have jumped in the cat's lair and turned that into like a big ass battle tank. It would have still got rinsed by Voltron. Individual lions with their cool ass mouth boomerangs and lasers and shit. Like, we talking like a magical lineage of galactic defenders that get magical robot beasts that turn into a giant knight.
Wait a minute. Are you using the new Voltron criteria?
No, I'm talking about old ones. Yeah, they were absolutely like yeah, from centuries long ago. Tales something something something. You remember Peter Cullen in the opening?
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Oh no,
still don't think you're right, but
Voltron.
whatever.
And I don't talk about the new Voltron because they decided they was going to just fridge the black lady. So fuck that show.
Mm.
Nope. Done. And I was with them. I was with them for all 5 seasons. And they decided to just shit the bed, Game of Thrones style. And it's like, no. That whole fan base is still pissed about that shit. And I don't blame them. But yeah, no. Blazing Sword. That's my stance. Blazing Sword. If
Devon, what do you thought?
You know what? I'm going to give it to Chris. As much as I may want it to be, I think that giant cat robot wins out over giant cat. So
that is what it comes down to, isn't it? I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah. So I'm going to put, even though aesthetically it is not pleasing,
right?
It is basically just a bomb in knife form. You know what? I'm sorry, I got to hold on to Sword of Omens being number 1, just because aesthetically it is more pleasing.
That is the aesthetics of it as a blade.
As a blade.
It coming
not
out,
as a weapon.
doing the thing.
Specifically as a sword.
Mm-hmm.
It is much more pleasing. So I have to hold on to number 1 for the Sword of Omens.
You know what? If we go by that criteria, I have to stand fast on like Omar is going to be our tiebreaker because I got to tell you, like, I'll think of like the coolest things that I've seen, you know, like fucking like MCU movies or some cool like DC cartoon or anything, anime, whatever you have, right? And there'll be cool visuals, but nothing is gonna top Clink Form Blazing Sword. Like, yo, that is the coolest shit. So that's where I'm at.
That is whew.
All right, Omar.
That's hard, man, because when you think about, all right, so if we're talking about, now we're talking about style, you know, and visual aesthetic. And I'm now thinking back to, I don't know if either of you have seen this. I'm assuming that both of you have because it was out for, did you ever see the CGI version of the Thundercats opening?
Yes.
What?
There is a CGI-ish version of the Thundercats opening that you will get super hyped. They take the opening and they do the whole thing, but it looks like a Final Fantasy cutscene. It is very, very dope. Pulled it
up now.
Yeah, when just that opening alone, exactly. The when you look at that and see Lionel standing up on a hilltop, you know, I didn't even think about that. He does. Just the visual of Lionel, you know, just that opening, you know, when you're thinking about like the visual aesthetic of him, Devon, to your point, the Thundercats, and, you know, just the fact that, you know, the functionality, you know, of it, how it's a dagger, you know, what it means, you know, to wield it and all of that. There's more lore between that and Excalibur. It's, you know, so when you combine all of those pieces, it has more in the visual aesthetic and the lore category. But the power level and the fact that, to your point, Chris, the Clink Form Blazing Sword, and there's something about the style points of when you pull the sword out, you know, when you walk, to me, it's the equivalent of when a Jedi walks in the room and you see his lightsaber dangling from his belt, and that's the signal, like, oh, I don't want to mess with them. You know, you remember those moments when a sword wielder pulls that sword out and why you're like, oh snap. You know, so I would have to give the edge to the Sword of Omens on aesthetics.
Look at Devon look
like we see it.
At the end of Survivor Series.
Exactly. Yeah.
Pointing at the WrestleMania sign.
You pointing at the WrestleMania sign. That's it. The Blazing Swordsman is dope, but whoo, you know, and I think again, I don't know that the Thundercats collectively would win a battle head to head.
Hell no.
You know, on that, like that's like nah. But they would look very cool getting their behinds whooped by Voltron because the Sword of Omens is a beautiful weapon. I'm good with you know, either the slight edge to the Sword of Omens or a tie based on power levels.
I'm cool with Sword of Omens. I can accept defeat graciously.
All right, Devon, you're going to WrestleMania. You know?
I'm going to be Shinsuke Nakamura 2018 in WrestleMania, but I'm going to WrestleMania. I'm going to Swordmania.
Swordmania.
Now you have to fight Zatoichi.
Oh, no.
Right. The sword team.
He got swords and angst.
And blind.
Yeah.
All right, so recap. Epic Swords. At 11, Cloud's Buster Sword. At 10, the Hattori Hanzo Sword from Kill Bill Volume 1. Number 9 is Zorro himself, wielding anything.
With a stick.
8, yeah, it with a stick. Zorro with a stick. Carving Z's up in dudes. 8 is the Plasma Sword from Halo. 7, Conan's Sword. 6, He-Man's Power Sword. Number 5, Katana's the Husband Sword, Soul Taker Sword. Number 4, after great debate, the Mandalorian Darksaber, which I'm going to go back when this thing is edited. I'm going to go back and listen to Devon's caping up for the Mandalorian Darksaber. It will probably be what I go to sleep listening to because it is the greatest. It is the most animated and lively I've ever seen this man in 30 plus years of friendship. Particularly over anything Star Wars related. Number 3, the all black the Necro Sword. Number 2, Voltron's Blazing Swords. And at number 1, the Sword of Omens, which apparently can detect weaknesses in villains now, which we didn't even know that it could do that, but it can do that as well. That is fantastic.
It can help you save 15% or more on cars.
Oh man.
Sword of Omens. Send me to Trivago.
Oh man.
Sword of Omens. Give me the site to tell me which numbers to play.
Oh, it's the greatest. That is the absolute greatest. Gentlemen, as always, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, man. Always. This was different, man. This was kind of like Pistols at Dawn, but like, you know, every man for himself. This was like free for all.
Yeah, this was just 3 little dudes on the playground.
It was. Smashing our action figures together.
I know.
Mine is stronger because it's red.